श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समाह्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने नमः अचिन्त्य अद्भुत अक्लिष्ट ज्ञान वैराग्य राशये नाथाय मुनये अगाध भगवत भक्ति सिंधवे
उदग्र पीनांस विलंबि कुंडला अलकावली बंधुर कंबु कंदरम मुखश्रियान्याकृत पूर्ण निर्मल अमृतांश बिंबांबुरुहोज्वल श्रियम्.
So from the divine feet, we came to the shoulders, arms, we came to the ear, we came to the head. Now again we are getting the same beauty. The beauty enamels us so much that we plunge into the beauty again and again.
Whose conch-like neck is adorned with curls of hair and earrings hanging over the high and large shoulders, and by the lustrous beauty of whose face the brilliant splendor of the spotless moon and the blooming lotus are put to shame.
Udagra is high. Ut in Sanskrit means up. Udagra is high. Pina is so large. Pina is fat, large, high and large. We saw the definition of beauty for the shoulder is broadness, broad shoulders. The breadth should be very large. It should be high in level also. So Udagra, Agra is in front, before. It is just like protruding, up and above. So Udagra. Pina is large. Pina is fat. Rather, say obesity is there. Obesity. Pina. Amsa is shoulder. Amsa is shoulder. The word Amsa, if it is SHA, it is different. It is a part of the body. Here it is AMSA. Amsa. Sakaranta. Saraswati Sa. Amsa means shoulder. In Tamil, we use the word Amsa for beauty. Here it is shoulder is the beauty. Shoulder is the beauty. Then you have, so what we call over the high and large shoulders. Udagra Pina Amsa. Vilambi, as we saw earlier, hanging over. Vilambi. I also told you it is not a, what we call delay. Vilamba is delay. Vilambi, as I told you, the Hindi word also lambi. Lamba we say, lambi. So long and hanging. So Vilambi is very long and hanging. And Kundalam. Kundalam is earring. Everybody understands Kundalam. Kundalam is earring. So Kundala plus Alaka, Kundalalaka. Alaka is hair, curls of hair. Alaka. Alaka is hair. lots of hair. Tale mudi. So alaka. So alaka, alaka, avali. Avali, a row, R-O-W. That meaning curls of hair. Alakavali. Like Deepavali, you know, Deepavali. Row of lamps, Deepavali. Row of hair, meaning thick, bushy hair. Bushy hair. Lot of hair. Alakavali. Then Bandhura, as we saw earlier, bride. Bandhura. Bandhura also meaning, Bandhura is tied up into a bride. Bandhura. Bandha, we say, we know the word bandha, tying up. Relationship. Bandha is a relationship. Bandhura. Then Kambu means conch. Kambu means conch. Then Kandharam is neck. So it can be taken as a metaphorical figure of speech. How is the neck? It is not the neck, it is the conch. Meaning it is exactly like conch. Rather, it gives a very reverberating, echoing sound from the throat, and therefore it is called conch neck. The conch, you know, if you blow a conch, you get a beautiful sound, and that sound is called, you can say, even bugle, the bugle sound. That is the normal comparison, standard of comparison to the beauty of the neck. It also denotes the voice inside the throat. The neck is outer part that we say, neck. Throat is also for Kandharam is also, we say when we say Kantaha. Kantaha also means neck, also means throat. So the inner part is called throat and the outer part is called neck. And we always worship Lord Krishna in the name of Govinda. So Govinda, a Lord who gives us knowledge, will also should give us the voice to spread the knowledge. The voice is very important. The throat voice, no congestion in the throat. It should be a very sweet voice also. Vedanta Desika says in his Godastuti, Amritam should flow from your throat. The nectar should come out of your throat. The nectar like words, the words should be sweet. He said, Tatpreshaha Shravanayoho Amritayamana. When one talks, the people who hear must feel the sweetness of the nectar, the divine nectar. Shravanayoho, by the ears, Amritayamana. What should be the type of that sound? Tulyam Maninupura Sinjitana. The girl, small girl, the lass, Goda. Goda is meaning a goddess who gives us knowledge. Go dada, gam dadati iti Goda. Go means knowledge. Go means jnana. Goda is a small girl wearing an anklet, wearing a jingling anklet. Our voice must be a jingling anklet, a very musical sound to the ears of the audience. That should be the Tat Preshaha Shravanayor Amritayamana. Tulyam Tadiyam Mani Nupura Sinjitana. Gode Tvameva Janani Tadabishtavarham Vacham Prasanna Madhuram. The words should be very clear and also sweet. It should be, the word should be sweet and clear. It should be the word should be delectable, enjoyable, and at the same time they must have clarity. What we call in Sanskrit technical term as prasadaha. Prasadaha normally we mean as grace, blessing, especially food. We say prasadaha is food, but here in technical term it's called clarity. There should be a clarity of voice. Therefore, he says, Prasanna Vacham Prasanna Madhuram Mama Samvidehi. You please give me that grant, the boon of talking in sweet terms. That is through a what we call conch-like neck, Kambu Kanta. Now you know the face, the locks of hair, rather the locks of hair from the head. You know the beauty of the ear, the beauty of the shoulders. All these are interconnected. The locks of hair fall on the ear also, fall on the ear also, fall on the shoulders also. They are so long that they are fall on the shoulders also. Imagine that such a beautiful figure of the Lord. Udagra Pinamsa Vilambi Kundalakavali Kundalalakavali Bandhura Kambu Kandha. All the comprehensive description includes the ear, the locks of hair, the shoulders, the ear ornament, namely the stud, kundalam, and so on. The conch-like neck. Then what is remaining? Mukha, face. Mukha is face. Shriya with the beauty of the face, by the lustrous beauty of face. Shriya. Shri itself is beauty. Shriya with Shriya. With Mukha Shriya is a single word. Mukha Shriya. Then Nyakrita is the next word. Nyakrita. The last word, put to shame. Nyakrita is put to shame. Rather made fun of. Rather mocked at. What mocks at what? Whom? Who mocks at whom? Mukham, the face, the countenance of the Lord mocks at something. What is that something? Purna Nirmala Amrita Amshubi Amshu Bimba Amburuha Ujjvala Shri. Purna Nirmala Amrita Amshu Bimba Amburuha Ujjvala Shri. The Shriyam. Again we say Mukha Shriya Shriyam. The beauty competes with another beauty. The beauty of the face is vying with the beauty. Vying with the beauty of what? Amburuha, a lotus. Amburuha is lotus. The first object of comparison for a face is lotus. So Ambu means water. Amburuha meaning one which grows in water. Amburuham. Lotus is called Amburuham. Kamalam, Sarojam, Padmam, Pankajam. Amburuham is lotus. So Amburuham is very bright also. Ujjvala. Ujjvala. It is like a flame. If it is red lotus, it looks like fire. So the fire burning in the lotus, so bright. So Amburuha, of course, beautiful fire. So Amburuha Ujjvala Shriyam, the beauty, the flaming beauty, the flaming beauty. You can also say blooming lotus is given here. Blooming lotus, a lotus flower will be more beautiful while it blooms, while it blossoms, while it opens its petals. So Amburuha Ujjvala Shriyam, the beauty of the lotus flower which is blooming. One beauty is being competed with by the beauty of the face, and who wins? Who is the winner? The Lord's face is the winner. The other two standards of comparison, namely Purna, Nirmala, Amrita, Amshu, Bimba. Bimbam. Bimba is joined with Amburuha and therefore Bimbamburuha. There is also an alliteration. Amritamshu Bimbamburuho Jvalashriya. The Shriya will go out along with the Shriyam, it becomes the alliteration. Shriya with the Shriyam. Then Amrita, Nirmala, Yam is there. Nirmala, Amrita, Amshu, Bimba, Ambu, Ruka, Jvalashriya. There's a lot of alliteration of Yam there. B also there, Bimbambu. Bimba is what we call image. Bimba is what we call the orb, O-R-B. The Amshu Bimba is, Amshu means the ray, R-A-Y. So Amrita Amshu is cool ray. Amrita is nectar ray. So Amrita Amshu, otherwise called Shita Amshu, otherwise called Shita Bhanu, otherwise called Mrigankaha, otherwise called Shashankaha, otherwise called Chandraha. So these are all names of moon. So Chandramaha, there is a word called Chandramaha. Chandra is called, the moon is called Nirmala, Purna, Nirmala, Amrita, Amshu, Bimba. Bimba also you can say reflection. The reflection, that means the beauty of the cool rayed object which is pure and full. Purna is full. So we are talking of the full moon, Paurnami, full moon, Purna, Nirmala. Generally, all of us know that just now as I told you some names of the moon, Shashankaha and Mrigankaha and so on. So we have Kalankam on the moon, a black mark on the moon. Here we are talking about a moon without a black mark. A black mark, when I say black mark, there is something lagging, something lacking also. Anyway, so there is a defect. But here we are talking about a full moon, we are talking about a spotless moon. Even the spotless moon, when it vies with the face of the Lord, it fails. It is defeated. So, Purna, Nirmala, Amritamshu Bimbam. The splendor, the whose face, by the lustrous beauty of whose face, the brilliant splendor of the spotless moon. Can you add a spotless full moon? Yeah, of course, when we say moon, normally we refer to full moon because we never appreciate the beauty of the half moon. The part of the moon also is not appreciated. But the third day moon is seen by all people. It's called Moonram Pirai, third day moon. And it is very rare to see it. And generally it is seen for just a few minutes, not even for an hour. So we say we have to look at the third day moon. The moon, whether it is in parts, because it is called Shodasha Kalavan. The moon is called Shodasha Kalavan. 16 parts are there. Each part is called Kala. Therefore, Shodasha Kalavan. Kala is what we call the spoke-like in the wheel. If you divide the circle into 16 parts, and each part is called Kala, and that is why we have what we call fortnight, black fortnight and bright fortnight, dark fortnight and bright fortnight. We call Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha. The moon wanes and waxes. The problem with the standard of comparison, to compare it with the face, especially a beautiful face, and more especially with the face of the Lord, the moon is not the right standard of comparison because the moon has got phases, P-H-A-S-E-S, phases declining and increasing and decreasing. Increasing phase of the moon and decreasing phase of the moon. Whereas the divine face has got permanent beauty without any change. Still we are talking of the full moon. The full moon is also spotless moon. So with all this, what we call addition or deletion of the natural phenomena, namely no black mark on the moon, it is a full moon, it is not a waning moon, but still this moon is not a good comparison for the face. So face Upameyam, face is called Upameyam. The moon and the lotus are called Upamanam. The upamanams are inferior to the upameyam. The object that is to be understood, to be known, which is unfamiliar to us, should be compared with some standard of comparison in order to understand clearly what is the original object is. But in spite of it, we are not able to understand the beauty of the face of the Lord, because the lotus and the moon are not the right standard of comparison. Rather, they cannot rise to the level of the beauty of the face. And therefore, for example, the lotus flower blooms in the morning, fades in the evening. There is no fading of the face. Therefore, what we call Nicha Upama in Sanskrit, the lower, inferior simile is lotus and the moon. But still, poets use. Why poets use this? Lie is the beauty of the poem. A poet's lie is always a beauty. And we call it a poetic fancy. We call it Utpreksha. What we call that way. So therefore, what we call hyperbole. We call it a hyperbole, and therefore that is the beauty here. Now the shoulders are fat and they are, the arms are hanging low till the knee level. The ear ornament is beautiful because we already saw the word Karna Bhushanam. Then the hair, the locks of hair are beautiful because they are curly. Even if they are straight, they are beautiful. They are tied into a braid, and they fall on the shoulder, they fall on the neck, they fall on the earring, and so on. So the total beauty of the face excels, surpasses the beauty of the moon, the full moon, or full spotless moon, and the blooming lotus. Why blooming lotus? Because there is a position of fading lotus in the flower, whereas there is no fading of the face. Mugam vaduvadilli. Therefore, so Mukhashriyam, the beauty of the face wins over the beauty of the moon and the lotus. We will look at the Padavari, word meaning, Avatarika, the introduction, and Vyakhyanam, the explanation. So, Udagra Pinamsa Vilabbi Kundala, Alaka Avali Bandhura Kambu Kandara. So, here it says, Pina is called, Udagra is Uyarndum, Udagra Uyarndum high, Paruttum Pina. Pina, I told you, obesity, fatty, big in size. Uyarndum Paruttum இருக்கிற திருத்தோள்கள். Amsa is the shoulder. Arm, shoulder. We also call it Skandham. திருத்தோள்கள் வரை தாழ்ந்து தொங்கும் குண்டலங்களாகும். Now, because of the weight of the ear studs, we have seen in villages women wearing very big studs, and because of the weight of the stud, the hole in the bore in the ear gets elongated, and even the ear is hanging. காது தொங்கின்னு இருக்கும், பெரிய ஓட்டை, காது ஓட்டை தொங்கும். அதெல்லாம் வயசான ஸ்திரீகளுக்கெல்லாம் பார்க்கலாம். அந்த மாதிரி, so here the kundalam, the ear studs also hang up to the shoulder. It is also a beauty. Now you have lot of what we call ear studs, which are artificial and which are very big in size, so that they shake beautifully. then திருக்குழல்களாலும் by the locks of hair அழகு பெற்றதாகவும் because it is beautiful, மூன்று கோடுகளை உடையதாகவும் இருக்கிற திருக்கழுத்தை உடையவனாகும். Now, Periyavachan Pillai is so fascinated by the beauty of the Lord. He adds one more beauty. If you can look at that child and if you can look at a youth, the neck will have what you call the shade of beauty with the 3 lines. மூன்று கோடுகளை உடையதாகவும் இருக்கும் திருக்கழுத்தை உடையவனாகும். So the neck, outer neck, the skin will have 3 folds. Therefore, மூன்று கோடுகளை உடையதாகும். That is also one of the beauty aspects of Samudrika Lakshana. And Mukhashriya, so திருமுகத்தின் ஒளியினாலே, so by the brightness of the face, by the beauty of the face. Nyakrita, Purna, Nirmala, Amrita, Amshu, Bimba, Ambu, Ruga, Ujjala, Shri. So Purnamai, full moon, Kalangamattadana, without black mark, Chandramandalatinudayam, the moon, full moon, Appodalaranda Tamaripuvinudayam. Just now it has blossomed. Lotus have just now blossomed. Fresh blossom, fresh flower. If it is not fresh flower, it may have wrong comparison with the face. It is not a faded flower. So, Appodalanda, Appodu, it also means flower. But Appodu is just now. Just then, Alanda Tamaripurnam, the lotus flower has blossomed just now. Uyarnda Kanti Mendravanam. The beauty of the face has won over the highest beauty of the lotus, blooming lotus, and also the highest beauty of the full spotless moon. So, Avatarika. So, Udagra iti. திருத்தோள்களுக்கு அனந்தரமான திருக்கழுத்தையும் ததனந்தரமான திருமுகத்தில் சாமானிய சோபையையும் அனுபவிக்கிறார். No, this is not visualization of Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya, for his stature, for his status, he is able to straight away have the direct vision of the beauty of the Lord. That's why he could not contain the temptation of the description of the beauty of the Lord. So, திருத்தோள்களுக்கு அனந்தரமான திருக்கழுத்தை. So, we go up from the shoulders to the neck. To the auspicious shoulders, we go past the auspicious shoulders. We go up and look at the neck. And then beyond the neck, up, so we see the face, the auspicious face. Sadanantaramana. Afterwards, after the neck, after the auspicious neck, we see the auspicious face. So now we have Samanya Shobhai, ordinary beauty, and later on we will have special beauty. Samanya Shobham is general beauty, common to all the 3 parts, namely shoulders, neck, and the face. Again, if you take the face, you have to understand the beauty of the locks of hair, understand the beauty of the eyes, understand the beauty of the forehead, understand the beauty of the brows, understand the beauty of the lashes, understand the beauty of the nose, understand the beauty of the lips, understand the beauty of the tongue, understand the beauty of the teeth, understand the beauty of the cheek, and understand the beauty of the jaw, and understand the beauty of the ear, understand the beauty of the ear studs, and so on. Chin, the chin of. So there are so many parts in the face. So we are not now talking about the general beauty, common beauty of the shoulders, neck, and the face. So we are உதக்ர இத்தியாதி. ஓங்கி தசைத்திருந்துள்ள அம்சத்திலே வர தாழ்ந்த திருக்குண்டலங்கள் என்ன? When you see என்ன meaning extreme beauty is presented here. He is asking a question. So enna meaning what is this? What is this means? We are not able to describe fully the beauty of the limbs of the Lord. Therefore, Tirukkundalangal enna? How beautiful are they? How beautiful are they? Nammalvar swooned every time when he understood the beauty of the Lord of every Divya Kshetra. Every time when he visualized the gods in the Archa form of many places, he did not travel at all. He every time fell down fainting. So he became unconscious by the by thinking of the beauty of the Lord. Yettiram, according to his word, Yettiram. How can this be so beautiful? He could not imagine, he could not extend his imagination also. So here, Ongi, so Udagra, then Peena, Tashaitirandulla, so a lot of flesh is there. The neck is also big. The shoulders are also fat. So Amsathile vara தாழ்ந்த திருக்குண்டலங்கள். The ear studs touch the shoulder by the big size. Then அவ்வளவு வர தாழ்ந்த திருக்குறள்கள் என்ன? The locks of hair on the head also hang so long that they touch the shoulder. திருக்குறள்கள் என்ன? இவற்றாலே சுந்தரமாய். So Lord is very handsome. சுந்தரமாய். வடிவுதான் ரேகாத்ரய அங்கிதமாய் இருந்துள்ள திருக்கழுத்தை உடையவன். Instead of saying in Tamil, he says in Sanskrit, that's all. 3 கோடுகளுடைய கழுத்து. He said earlier. Now he is saying it in Sanskrit. So vadivudan, the beauty of the figure, rekhatraya ankitam. The neck has got 3 lines. You will find they are horizontal in nature. Around the neck you have it horizontally, you see 3 lines, not vertical. Here, so that is called the rekhatrayankita. Though it is not mentioned in the words of Yamunacharya, Periyavachan Pillai consults Divya Prabandha and comes to a conclusion that the neck has got 3 lines. So Tirukkaluttai udayavan. He possesses such a beautiful neck. Then Bandhura is Sundara. Bandhura can also mean the braided locks of hair. We saw Bandhura Kambu Kandharam, Alaka, what is that? Sorry, the exact words, Alaka. Can we go to the Sanskrit words previously? Udagra Pinamsa Vilambi Kundala. Udagra Pinamsa Vilambi Kundala Alaka. I forget the next word. Alaka Avali Bandhura. Right. Avali is the only word. The Udagra Pinamsa Vilambi Kundala Alakavali Bandhura. Bandhura he has meant as Sundaram, beautiful, because they are braided. The locks of hair are braided. Tamil சொன்னா அந்த முடி தலைமுடி பின்னலாக்கி வச்சு சேர்த்து வச்சு கம்பு கண்டனம். So you have the beauty of the neck, the conch like neck. We will go to the Yakshana. Uh, so Rekha Trayankita Griva Kambugrive Kathate. So the definition that a conch-like neck will have 3 lines, just like we have in the palm lines, we have rekha around the neck. If it is called Kambugriva. Griva means neck. Griva means neck. Kambugriva meaning conch-like neck, and that will be Rekha Trayankita. Kathyate means it is said. It is defined that there will be 3 lines in the conch-like neck. A. Minnu Manimakara Kundalangal Visha. Kundalangal will Visha. B. Makaranjer Kore Irupad Ilangiyada. என்றும் சொல்லுகிறபடியே திருக்கழுத்துக்கு பரபாகமான ஒளியை உடைத்தாள். The first letter A, Minnu Mani Makara Kundalangal will Visha. The Minnu shiny, Mani gem studded, Makara Kundalangal, the ear studs are in the form of fish. So Mani Makara is fish. So Minnu is shining, Mani is gem. So shining gem in the form of fish, which were made into ear stud, Kundalangal. Will Visha meaning they emit light, they are bright, they are effulgent, they give what you call glare. So B, Makaranjer Kore Irupad Ilangiyada. On both the ears, the costly ear stud, namely Makaranjer Koreada, the ear stud is made up of gold and it is in the form of fish. So Makaranjer Kore Irupad Ilangiyada. On both sides of the ear face, namely the ear stud is hanging and it is also dancing. So Ilangi Ada. என்றும் சொல்லுகிறபடியே திருக்கழுத்துக்கு பரபாகமான ஒளியை உடைத்தார். The neck is beautiful because of its brightness. The brightness is outside the neck. Parabhagamana is the best limb of the neck is brightness. And இரண்டு ஆதித்யர்கள் ஆபரண வேஷத்தாலே அலங்கரிக்கிறா போல இருக்கு. Now, the ear studs are imagined to be, according to Periyavachan Pillai, 2 suns, SUN. இரண்டு ஆதித்யர்கள், 2 suns, decorate the ear. அப்ப ஆபரண வேஷம், அலங்கரிக்கிறா போல இருக்கு. It looks as though the 2 ear studs, maybe in the form of a circular shape, look like the 2 suns, SUN. Then C, Kolhindra Kol Irulai. Now, the brightness of the face swallows the darkness around. Kolhindra Kol Irulai. Kol here, it may not mean a planet. So, இத்தியாதிப்படியே திருக்குறளாலே அலங்கரித்தமாய் இருக்கிறது. Now, the ornament, namely the ear ornament, namely the ear stud, what we call in the form of fish, they are bright because by the contrast of the dark locks of hair. திருக்குறளாலே அலங்கரிதமாய் இருக்கிறபடி. When the dark locks of hair are hanging behind the shoulders and the ears, the ornament in the ear is shining. Mukhashiya ityad. அத்திருக்குறளில் அழகு திருமுகத்திலே மூத்த. Now, there is a complementary beauty, namely, the beauty of the face adds to the beauty of the locks of hair. The beauty of the locks of hair joins with the beauty of the face. And therefore, Yamunacharya enjoys this beauty. Straight away. அத்திருக்குழலில் அழகு திருமுகத்திலே மூட்ட அந்த அழகை அனுபவிக்கிறார். You can also say the disheveled locks of hair falling on the forehead, and falling on the neck, falling on the ears, they also create what we call a sense of beauty, what we call aesthetic sense in the minds of the devotee. And especially Yamunacharya experiences it, and it is divine. தன்னுடைய ஜோதிஷாலே பூர்ண சந்திரனுடைய ஒளியையும் அப்போது அலர்ந்த தாமரை பூவில் அழகையும் தோற்பிக்கும் திருமுகத்தையுடைய உண்மை. This is another way of explanation. So தன்னுடைய ஜோதிஷாலே with one's own light, what does the sun do? Its light is reflected in the moon. பூர்ண சந்திரனுடைய ஒளியையும் because of the brightness of the sun which goes to the moon at night, பூர்ண சந்திரனுடைய ஒளியையும் it becomes the brightness of the moon, full moon in the night is called as the reflection of the light from the sun. Both the science and the religion are one and the same here. So the moon gets light from the sun. Therefore, we are able to see the moon at night. So here, பூர்ண சந்திரனுடைய ஒளியையும் அப்போது அலர்ந்த தாமரை பூவில் அழகையும் தோற்பிக்கும் திருமுகத்தையுடைய உண்மை. The Lord possesses the face which defeats the brightness of the full moon and also the beauty of the lotus flower. Mukhashriya, Mukhakantya. Shriya meaning, Shri meaning beauty, Shriya meaning, Mukhashriya means with the beauty of the face, namely the word Shri refers to the wealth of beauty, wealth of beauty. He says, my Parivatana says, Kantya, it is attractive. The face is attractive. We are pulled towards the face. We are forced to come near this. Nekrita, avan சம்பூர்ண கலைகளாலும் பூர்ணமான பௌர்ணமாவாசியில் சந்திரமண்டலமாய் மறு கழற்றின அளவிலேயாயிற்று அசத்ருஷமாய் இருப்பது. Lord's divine face, also divine neck, also divine shoulders, have no parallel outside the world. So there's no standard of comparison for these three. Namely the neck, the shoulders, and the face. So Paurnama Vasayil, on the full moon day, Sampurna Kalagalalum, along with all the 16 arts Kalagalalum, the moon is full, Chandramandalam Sampurnam. But the black mark has been removed. The scar on the moon has been removed. Maru Kayetchina Valavilai. It has been avoided. The black mark has been avoided. And therefore, even though the face is the moon is considered to be the standard of comparison, the Lord's face has no parallel. Asadrishamai irupadu. Now there is no parallel for the face. எத்தனை செய்யலும் என் மகன் முகம் நேரோவாய். D. It must be, I think, words of Yashoda. அது தன்னை தாழவிட்ட இடத்திலே ஆயிற்று ஒவ்வாதொழிவு. எத்தனை செய்யலும் என் மகன் முகம் நேரோவாய் meaning my son's face cannot be a parallel to anything else. Whatever you do, you cannot achieve my son's face. S-O-N, son's face. That is beauty of the sun. தேஜஸ்யேந்திரியே சௌகுமாரியத்துக்கும். Periyavachan Pillai is very specific here. It is not enough that the face is bright. The face also has what we call the tenderness. Saukumaryam. Saukumaryam is the tenderness of the beauty. Saukumaryam. Yes, the face is bright, no doubt. The shoulders are bright, the neck is bright, but it also now the another beauty is added. So we have Saukumaryam. Saukumaryam is what we call the softness of the face, softness of the shoulders. In spite that the shoulders are also big, they have got soft shoulders. Saukumaryam. And 256, Vikasi Sharada Ambojam Avashyaya Jalokshitam. செவ்விக்கும் பரிமளத்துக்கும் தாமரை பூவும் சதுருஷம். So if you take the shoulder or the neck is called Kambu Kandaram. It has been compared with the conch, Kambu Kandaram, whereas you have Lord's face being attracting all of us. Lord's face. How? Vikasi meaning shining. Vikasi means developing, shining. Vikasi. Sharada is the flower, the lotus flower, which blooms in the autumn season. The autumn season is the right season, so that the flowers bloom in the water tank during autumn season. Sharada. Sharada meaning the lotus tank is called Sharada. Sharada is goddess. Sharadaha is Sharam Dadati. He gives beauty. So Sharada, belonging to the autumn season. Ambojam, the water-born lily, water-born lotus. Ambojam. Ambaha means water. Born in water is called Ambojam. Ambojam Avashyaya Ujjalokshita. Avashyaya Jalokshita. Now, the standard of comparison, namely the lotus and the moon, are inferior because the lotus flower cannot become equal to the Lord's feet. Because the smell of the beautiful smell of the feet, lotus, cannot attract God. செவ்விக்கும் பரிமளத்துக்கும் தாமரை பூவும் சதுருஷம். In the case of flower, the flower has a good smell. The flower has brightness. Whereas the face of the Lord cannot be compared to a lotus, and they cannot be equal, because the face has got smell, beautiful smell in it. The flower also has got smell. In scripture, Lord Vishnu is called Sarvagandhaha. He has got the right aroma with him always. So Sarvagandhaha Bhagavan. So he is all smelling, beautiful smelling. செவ்விக்கும் பரிமளத்துக்கும் தாமரை பூவும் சதுருஷம் என்று. The feet, generally the divine feet generally have no, what you call, the aroma, the good smell. but here, so, the lotus is not the right comparison to the hand. The lotus is not um, fit to be compared, is not fit to be compared with the face of the Lord. And finally, 257, it must be not 256. 256 is repeated, the number is repeated. So, Paribhuya Sthita, so you'll find that Periya Terminal 2, Thirunadandandagam 21, Thiruvayvadi 779, Periyalvar Tirumadi 143, and Stotharatnam 12. Fourth line you find that Minnum Manimagara Kundalangal will be. Manniya Pal Purishare Ayravai Valaravin, Shanni Manikudimi Teivachudan Nadavul, Manniya Nagat Anemel or Mamale Bol, Minnum Manikamagara Kundalangal will be. Sunniya Taragin Peruli Share Akasam, Yennum Vidanatin Kiral Ilsurai, Mannum Vidakaka Yeti Maniganam, Another recovery visa, Inamangai Tanni, Munanal, Alavita, Tamare Bol, Munnal, Tanni Munnal, Alavita, Tamare Bol, Manniya Shavadi, One young Taragai mean, Yennum Alapinay Linda, Parik Kundal, Tennen Uyer, Urupum, Deva Manalam, Padamalayam, Yennum Ivi Mudal Malaya, Annanadaya Anangi, Dimay, Tanudayange Halal Dan, Tadavai, Tadavatan Kedan the word, Unnia Yoga Turak. It goes on further. Urakam Talekunda Pinna in Mantan, Talayasu Perudi. It goes on. We will take up the particular line. So we have will be Shavita. On both sides of the neck, you have glory to be to the Lord reclining on the midst of the ocean, on the spotted serpent bed, whose 1,000 hoods are descending bright with diadems, wearing makara earrings that spread sparkles of light everywhere. The sky with its clusters of stars on the canopy of the sun and the moon on the land. So we have so we'll take up the next quotation. Maivanna Narungunji Kural Pintara Magaram Sher Kure Irubadi Langi Ada. This is what we say. So here, how are the limbs of the Lord beautiful? Yaivanna Venjalaye Tonaya Inge Irvarai Vandar en Munne Nindar. Kaivannam Tamarai Kamalam Polum Kandinayam Aravindam Adiyam Aside. Avvanna Tavarnelame Kandum Toli Avarinam Devar and Anjinam. So Maivanna Narangunji Kural Pin Thal. Maivanna is like a collyrium, dark like a collyrium. Black color, black colored locks of hair. Black is the color of the beauty of the hair for the Indians. So Maivanna Narungunji. Narungunji, Kunji meaning locks of hair. Narungunji is beautifully smelling. Kural, the locks of hair. Pin Tara, they go behind. Up to the knee, up to the knee. The Kural Pin Tara. Because the locks of hair are behind the head. The locks of hair go up to the shoulder. Magaram chair Kurai Irupad Ilangi Ada. The fish shaped ear stud hanging in the ear, they touch the earth also. எய்வண்ண நெஞ்சிலேயே துணையா இங்கே இருமால் வந்தார் என்று முன்னே நின்றார். கைவண்ணம் தாமரைவாய் கவலம் போலும் கண்ணினும் அதிகம் அரவிந்தம் அதிகம் அவ்வண்ண தவறு நிலைமை கண்டும் என் தோழி அவரை நாம் தேவென்று. I think we saw the beauty in the third line is, please show me the third line, not in the blue column, but the Divya Prabandham. Yeah, Kaivannam, the beauty of the hand is by looking at the beauty. Kaivannam Tamarai Vai, Tamarai, Kaivannam Tamarai. The palms are like lotus. Kaivannam Tamarai. Vai Kamalam. The mouth looks like a lotus. Vai Kamalam. Kan Inayum Aravindam. The two lilies are called generally lotuses. That means the beauty lies in the lotus. Adiyum Aside. The divine feet are also lotuses. The two eyes are also lotuses. Then the mouth is like lotuses. The mouth is like the lotus. Vai Kamalam Ponam. And Kaivannam, which we saw actually in Rama, by stringing the bow, he used his both hands. So we have all the limbs of the Lord are beautiful, and generally they are all compared to the intelligence, the brightness, the coolness of the Lord. Oh cousin, he came and stood before me like the celebrate two sons, with a powerful bow as his companion. The dark, fragrant presence hung low over the shoulder. The fish like Makara and shining dangled freshly out. His hands were like red lotuses, his lips were like lotuses. I think his lips are not mentioned here. Eyes are like lotuses and feel too were the Sama. Seeing him, same. Feel all true and same were the same. Seeing him thus, we feared that was some god and then we have one more, two or three. கொள்கின்ற கோளிரலை சுகிர்ந்திட்ட கொழுந்துருளில் உன்கொண்ட நீலதன்னூல் இணை தழைக்குள் அன்று மாயன் குழல் விண்கின்ற பூந்தண் துழாய் விரை நார வந்தன் இணை கல்கின்ற வாரறிவன் அன்னையில் கயத்தினாதே. அது கழறா நிச்சயம். கொள்கின்ற கோளிரலை. This is what we are concentrating on, the first expression, namely the Lord is he is not attracted by the fight going on between. The darkness of ignorance has been removed by the light of the jewel, and therefore கொள்கின்ற கோளுகள். So we go to the next one. Are they radiant sun rays that have soaked up the darkness of night? No, they are the dark, radiant presence of the Lord, fragrant with fresh tulsi blossoms, taking in my soul. Lord, you do not understand it, ladies, and you abuse me. So here, சுற்றும் ஒளிவட்டம் சூழ்ந்து சோதி பரந்தெங்கும் எத்தனை செய்யணும் என் மகன் முகம் நேர் முகம் நேர ஒவ்வாய் மேகினான் வாய் நேரொவ்வாய் வித்தகன் வெங்கடவாணன் உன்னை விழிக்கின்ற கைத்தலம் நோவாமே அம்பு வீசகி தோடிவா அம்புலி கடிதோடிவா. Now, சுற்றும் ஒளிவட்டம் சூழ்ந்து. We have the concept of halo around the neck, behind the neck. So, சுற்றும் ஒளிவட்டம் சூழ்ந்து. It will be a rotating figure of many mirrors connected as a string, and they are put in the temple so that the deepa, the flower lamp held by the priest, is reflected in all the small mirrors in the what we call money model, the halo. So Shodhi Parandengam, the brightness of the Lord spreads over the entire world. Therefore we call it the day, bright day. எத்தனை செய்யணும் என் மகன் முகம் நேரம் the Alvar treats himself as a mother. Therefore, எத்தனை செய்யணும் என் மகன் முகம் நேகிற ஆழ்வார். So whatever you wanted to have, முகம் நேருவார். He is always frank. வித்தகன் மேக்கடவாணன் உன்னை விழிக்கின்ற கைத்தலம் நோவாமே அம்புலி கடிதோடினார். He is addressing the moon and inviting the moon. Ambuli Kadidodivar, please come quickly. So that Nammalvar's beauty is submitted to the Lord. And that is what we call Kaitalam Novami. When you carry the Alvar, you don't feel the pain. And therefore, in Srirangam, especially those who lift the palanquin are called Siman Tangi, Tolukki Niyan. Tolukki Niyan is the name of the what we call Tamil Varai, a long wood. On both sides of the Perumal, they tie up, and those who lift the Namperumal, they are called Siman Tangi. Siman Tangi is one who bears on one or one who wears, and Siman is Lord, and the weight that the Vahanam, like elephant, gives is very heavy, and therefore carrying the palanquin is very easy, according to Tamil. Siman Tangi. Because of the bhakti of the devotees who lift the Lord, they forget the pain, if at all, it creates. Kaitalam novame Ambuli kadidodila. Ambuli, oh moon, please come. Vittahan Venkatavanan unne vidi. Oh bright moon with rounds of halo spreading light everywhere, with all that you are no match for my son. The Wonder Lord, Resident of Venkatam, calls, come running quickly, lest you cause pain into his hand. And that is it. Yeah, 12, yeah. Stotratham 12, we always saw the word Kashri Shriya. First 3 words. Kaha Shrihi Shriya. Kashri Shriya. There is a doubt here. So who is the wealth of whom? Is Mahalakshmi the wealth of Mahavishnu or Mahavishnu is the wealth of Mahalakshmi? Or Kashri Shriya. Parama Satta Samashayaha Kaha. These are all questions that follow. Who else but thee is the support of even Lakshmi? But even is not necessary. Who else but thee is support of Lakshmi? So this is 12, meaning either beauty or the god or the goddess enhance the beauty of the other. So this is 12, Stotratham 12.
So, Swami, we have a lot of poetic detail here, and it was interesting. The very first quotation was from Periya Tirumadal, and
Right.
that is a prose work. No, that's not. That is not. That's why we saw a very long quotation.
Yeah.
And it wasn't broken up.
Right.
But I was very interested that you were able to go so deeply into all these different poetic aspects of the verse.
Right. As far as I know.
So I don't have any questions about it. It's all very beautiful, and without understanding the poetic, the aspects of it, I would have just read it very simply. But you've gone so deeply. I'm very happy to hear all the interesting facts about it. So I don't know if anybody else has any other questions. I think you said that Govindacharya has some questions.
On Shraddha, he was asking about some
Yeah,
other
a little bit
question
different subject, but he can.
Right.
So Swami, just basically I wanted to find out is that there's a Samvatsarika Ekodishta Shraddha, and then there's Pratyabdika Shraddha.
Right.
Is it that the Ekodishta Shraddha is what is done after on the first anniversary of the death, or is it Sapindi Karanam is done on the first anniversary of the death?
Generally, the rule is Sapindi Karanam must be performed only at the end of 1 year.
Right.
The 12th month.
But some do it on the 12th day, right?
Yeah, no, on the 13th day, after the day of death, we have Sapindi Karanam. Sorry,
But
12th day, sorry, 12th.
Okay. So, but if it's done then there's no need to do it on the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, generally, but we repeat it, and
Right.
yeah. And
Right.
that is a symbolic representation of the dead person getting, joining with the earlier ancestors.
Yes.
That's what it called.
Yes, exactly. And there's something called Shodashi. I read that in the Sankalpa that it means if one was not able to do all of the Shraddhas throughout the entire year, then Shodashi is done before the Sapindikaranam, because you need to do the Shodashi in order to get the Adhikar to then do the Sapindikaranam. Have you heard of that?
No, I have not heard of it.
Okay. Because it seems to be 16 pindas that are offered throughout the whole period of the year.
Okay.
So once the Sapindikaranam is done in the year, as you said, it's repeated. Even though there's no need for it to be repeated, but it's repeated. Then the following year now, it will then become the Samvatsarika Ekodishta Shraddha. It's performed on the Tithi of the passing of the person every year, correct?
Right.
So what is the
Samvatsarika is the first anniversary, and Pratyabdika is the recurring annual ceremony.
So is it that then you're supposed to do Sapindikaranam and the Ekodishta Shraddha then on the 1 year anniversary?
After the Ekodishta. Ekodishta is on the 11th day, and Sapindikaranam is performed on the 12th day after 1 year.
On the 12th day after 1. Oh, so you mean, okay, so all of the days that were repeated, all of the days that were done, counting from the day of the death, that's repeated again in 1 year's time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the priest fixes the date based on the calculation of the number of days. Say, for example, 365, 12 months. Then, according to the Tithi, the
exactly.
date, he fixes the what they call Unamasyam, Sodakumbam, and so on. Every month we have the one.
And if one doesn't have the capacity to do all of these, the most important on the 1 year anniversary on the Tithi is the Sapindikaranam, correct?
Right.
And then after that is done, then every year you can do the Samvatsarika Ekodishta Shraddha.
Right.
Because it seems that the Pratyabdika is not for one person. The Pratyabdika is for more than, it's for 3 persons. I've seen that as explained.
Right.
And finally, the Tithi which corresponds in the Mahalaya Paksha, the Pitri Paksha, what is the Shraddha that is done? Is it that you can just simply do Amadanam or Hiranya Shraddha? But which actual ritual is also done on that day? Only Tarpanam?
Yeah, generally, out of the 96 days of Shraddham in each year, it's called a Shannavati. Shat is 6, Navati is 90, 90 plus 6, 96. So 96 times one cannot practically do what you call perform Shraddham. That is invite minimum 2 and maximum 3, called Vishedeva and Pitru and Vishnu. So this, so feast must be offered, lunch must be given free, and all Agni, the fire rituals that cannot be done for 96 days. Many people started performing the Tarpanam. Tarpanam is very simple, so using the sesame seeds and darba grass, the kusha grass, we have Tarpanam performed every month on new moon day, then the what is called Sankranti day, the meeting point of the two zodiacs, and then finally this what is called Abdik, Satyabdikam. Every year we have the ceremony.
Okay, so very minimum.
Yeah. But
so very minimum is Tarpanam.
Then generally, because these 96 cannot be performed with what we call full Shraddha benefit ritual. So we have Tarpanam on. We have very simple procedure. So we say that also. In the Sankalpa we say that. So Vargadaya Pitranam Akshaya Trithyatam Darsha Shraddha Pratinidhi Tilatarpanaksham Karma Karishye. That we say in Sankalpa.
Okay. Okay, so
it should have been in a big scale, but instead of the big scale, we perform very lightly.
Yeah, so that's the absolute minimal, and that, especially for those in the West, that would work best. So for Mahalaya Paksha, just do Tarpanam, and then you do an Amavasya and some Kramanam.
Right, and therefore, some people do Tarpanam for the 15 days, total all the 15 days of Mahalaya Paksha. And
correct.
Now, one of the days of the forefathers' death day, we invite people for feast, and we are there. There's no fire ritual used at all. So we offer the food. Then you have all the 15 days. There are people who will do Tarpanam, not of course fire ritual with what we call yaga. There's no Shraddha performance during the day.
But when you invite people to eat, do you do actual ritual, or you just simply invite them for prasad on the day of the Tithi, and that's considered sufficient? You don't have to do any major ritual for that, correct?
For what?
He's saying when you invite people, you just do the Tarpana, and then you invite them and you feed them.
Right. Right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying all of that. Thank you very much.
स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समात्वाय नमो यामुन सूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।